So on my continued quest to just give you helpful life tips and tell you stuff that maybe you didn't know and you didn't know you needed to know, but now you know and you're glad you know and you wish you knew it sooner. So I really enjoy garage sales, but more so than that, estate sales. And here's why I want to talk to you about estate sales really quick. If you've never gone to one before, you need this little 411 before you go. But first, this tip. Baking soda. Grab a container of baking soda, open it up and put it in your fridge. Why? Because it will absorb the nasty odors that are in your fridge. So there's your little college hack. Okay, back to estate sales. So I really love estate sales because, as you've seen before, I collect cookbooks and I've gotten quite a few of my cookbooks from estate sales. And I especially love my cookbooks from estate sales because there's just something magical about opening them up and seeing the notes and the fun little things from other people in the past that have cooked and seeing their notes. It's a little bit of history. But because I really like to entertain big groups of people, dinner parties, any kind of party, I like to entertain. So I'm always looking for entertaining things, whether it's something like this that I got at an estate sale, which is an echoey chamber. This is a nice big coffee pot that I got, practically brand new from a estate sale, that you plug it in and it makes an obscene amount of coffee. Serving dishes, a lot of my serving dishes I've gotten before. Just fun things. So let me back up here. This is what you need to know. And especially down in the States, estate sales are very common. So often when someone has passed away, usually the last remaining spouse in a house, or not necessarily, but someone has passed, and after they've divided some of the things up into the house, usually the easiest way to I don't want to say get rid of, the easiest way to deal with the estate, with everything that's in the house, is to have an estate sale. So a company is called in and they will put on the estate sale, and everything in the house, everything that's left, is for sale. Here's what you need to know, because if you're not ready for it, believe it or not, emotionally, going to your first estate sale can be really hard. And here's why. If my husband had passed away and I was living in this house by myself, I get sick, I pass away, and an estate company comes in, what you're going to find is basically the house was as it was when that last person that lived there passed away. So when you go into a home that's having an estate sale, not all the time, but basically what you can expect is you're going to walk into a house and you're going to walk into the bedroom and you're going to see all the person's clothes that are in the closet that are there to be purchased. When you walk into their bathroom, you're going to see their hand lotions and their toothpaste and their bottles of stuff, all which are for sale now. When you walk into the kitchen, there's no food, but everything else is for sale. You're going to walk through their living room and you can buy the sofas and the TV and the movies, and essentially an estate company, the estate sale company is going to come in and price everything in the house. The first time you walk in, it is actually really sad because you are looking at somebody's life spread out in front of you. You are walking through a home that until recently was occupied by someone who was living there, and you're now picking through their stuff and buying it. And it can feel very strange and upsetting. So just know that ahead of time, because if you've never gone to an estate sale, sometimes the first time you walk in and you see that you are buying their, cosmetics, their lotions, whatever, it can be very upsetting. That being said, you can find amazing things at estate sales. I often look for a lot of things like stationery, note cards, anything like that. Really cool vintage Christmas decorations, because for the most part, if you are going to an estate sale, like in today's day and age, it is going to be someone who is in their 70s, 80s, etc. And so the things they've accumulated are from, the last century. And there are some amazing things, really cool tools that you can get, find really cool antique things and vintage things. So anyway, once COVID is done someday and we can get out and about, try looking for an estate sale. Look in the paper. Usually the first day or two, things are priced as just like a regular price. But by the last day that they're there, they cut things down in half, like half off, 50% off, or even more. So go check out an estate sale. Trust me on this, and then let me know what you find.